Welcome back to part 4 of the 2016 Smark Out Moment Awards. All the other ones are on the channel. Go back and check them out if you haven't already. If you're on iTunes and Stitcher, hi, you've been listening to us for a while, and you're probably really annoyed with these transitions, but oh well, who cares? The On-Air Personality Awards are the next set that we're going to be doing here. It's another branch off, separate category from what we used to do before, and we're going to start things off with the Best and the Worst Manager or Valet of the Year. Those options weren't very numerous. It was just Paul Heyman, Lana, Ric Flair, Bob Backlund, and Paul Ellering. That's it. That's all we had to pick from this year.
No Maurice?
Oh my god, Maurice. I totally forgot about Maurice
No,
on that list.
no, Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox.
Yeah, she's with that fucking cruiserweight dude.
You know what? She's a brand new addition. There you go. We got two more. Alicia Fox and Maurice should have been in the mix too. Well, I'm not picking either of those. I'm going with Paul Heyman being my best, and my worst being Ric Flair. Could not stand the Ric Flair Charlotte stuff. Paul Heyman is Paul Heyman. He's the fucking man. So how do you really go against him in my mind? Calen, what you got for manager or valet?
Best, I'm going to go with Lana. As much as I love Paul Heyman and he's the best talker, he hasn't been on TV as much this year. So that's going to dock him a few points. And also that one promo where he was trying to sell the Goldberg-Lesnar match, and he was just botching all over the place. So I'm going to go with Lana because she's been more consistent. And oh, sorry, for my worst, I got to go with Ric Flair as well, yeah.
Okay, Dace?
Best, Bob Backlund. He's a fucking nut job. Anytime Bob Backlund's on the camera, it's fucking gold. Just watch Bob Backlund because he has no idea what's going on around him. And Bob Backlund for president. Worst, Maurice. That's why I wanted you to add her to the list. Fuck that bitch. Useless. You used to be a Divas champion, and now you don't do shit, bitch.
Shaun?
So harsh. I want you to add Maurice because I got her as the best manager. Because without Maurice, there would be no Miz. There would be no IC title run, and that is why she's up there. And for worst, I've gone with Ric Flair as well. Isn't it about time 2016 just offs him?
You would have thought in 2016, the way that everybody's been crapping out on this, that Ric Flair might have been on the list, but no, we lost Princess Leia instead and all that. It's kind of weird. R.I.P. Carrie. Celebrity appearance. Speaking of celebrities, let's go right into that one. The best and the worst celebrity appearance is a brand new category that we're separating from what used to be the other or extra character thing, because it made no sense that way. And we got a couple different ones there. I'm not going to read them all off. You can check them out on the website. My worst, I went to Sophia Grace, little girl that popped up on SmackDown December 6th. Fuck you, little girl. At some point, I have to give a little kid a worst award on every single one of these years, it seems. And it's not planned. I swear to God, it's not planned.
Hold on, did you give it to Connor last year? What the fuck?
I can't remember who I gave it to, but I'm pretty sure I didn't give Connor a worst one. I'm sure there was at least another kid. But
No, it was the thingy kid who was named after the Simpsons obstacle course you gave it to.
the Eliminator? Was that
The
last year?
Eliminator. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, I'm positive it was. It was the year before.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, so she was annoying as hell. I didn't like her whole thing. But who I did love, and I gave the best celebrity appearance of the year, Shaquille O'Neal at WrestleMania. They're building up to a match between him and Big Show for this next WrestleMania, if the rumors are true, and I'm totally down for it. Shaq versus Big Show, give it to me. Loved having him in that Battle Royal. Calen, what you got for celebrities?
I also have Shaq on my list. Seeing him in the Rumble was cool. And I hope to see more in the future. As far as worst, it's kind of a split. I was split between two things. Most recently, we saw Gabriel Iglesias, and that was pretty bad. But I got to go with Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. That's the one. I can't think of his name.
I like him a lot, but his appearance was awful.
That was a pretty bad one. That was my second best choice for that. Or my second worst, I should say. Shaun?
Well, I know this is going to sound stupid and all, but my best and worst are the same people. Best is going to be Fifth Harmony just because they're sexy and I like looking at them. But worst because they sound fucking terrible.
That makes sense, though. Why not?
God, they butchered your national anthem. I would have shot them if I was the president of the United States. Christ, that was an awful rendition of Stars and Stripes or whatever the fuck you call your fucking national anthem.
Star Spangled
God damn, that's the one. Stars and Stripes, where the fuck did that come from? I need more beer.
Dace, what you got?
I think legally I have to say Fifth Harmony is the best because they follow me on Twitter. I don't know why, but they do. And worst, every person on your list that I don't know who the hell they are. Jagger Eaton, Sophia Grace, Brian Felipe. Fuck you guys.
Hey, Dace, give one of the Fifth Harmony girls my fucking phone number. The sexy brunette, right?
I don't know. They listen to this show. They're not going to really want to talk to you.
They're
I
sexy.
get that they were sexy. So.
Yeah, they're following up with like their cunts and shit.
I'd make them work from home.
The best and the worst authority figure: Daniel Bryan, Mick Foley, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon, and William Regal are your options. My worst, I went to Stephanie, and that's not even a bad thing. It's just out of that list, she was the one that did the least for me overall. But my best, Daniel Bryan, big fan of him as a GM. I love his appearances on Talking Smack, and that's what put him over the edge for me. Dace?
Best, I'm going to have to go with Daniel Bryan. Worst, I'm going to go with Mick Foley, and I love Mick Foley, but it's not, I guess I'm anticipating Commissioner Mick Foley, and we're getting this like watered down Mick Foley who's passionate about the business, but really isn't doing anything he said he would do on the internet before. Mick Foley's current character is very contradictory.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I have to agree. With my best authority figure, I would say Triple H. I think I always like when he's the man in charge. As far as the worst, got to agree with Dace Foley, because we've seen him in that commissioner role, but now it just feels like he's phoning it in every week. When he does that passionate promo, it's the same passionate promo every time. So it doesn't have much of an impact anymore. So as much as I love Mick Foley, I got to put him on the bottom of the list.
You're the bottom of the list. It's a Jericho one. Shaun, what you got for authority figures?
Best, I have gone with Daniel Bryan. And worst, I've gone with Mr. Shane O'Mac. Just because, did they ever release what was inside the box?
The lockbox?
Oh, no.
They never did.
Well, that's why I hate it, because I wanted to know what was in the fucking goddamn box.
What's in the box?
Fuck you guys.
One of my favorite videos of the year. Alrighty, other or extra character, all the ancillary things here. This is the year that we have more inanimate objects than we've ever had. We have Agnes the Bagpipes. We have Francesca the Trombone, Francesca 2, Francesca 2 Turbo, Jim and Marvin Luter, who's not a real person, Mitch the Plant. A lot of people were telling me that they wanted me to put Jericho's list on there, but I couldn't really justify it. It's not a character, it's just a gimmick. But we have a couple other options here. You can read the rest of them on the website for like Noelle Foley, R-Truth's Valentine's Day date, that kind of thing. Slater's Family is another one that I'm sure people will actually remember. I went with Mitch the Plant for my favorite. Mitch got so much attention during this year. It's kind of crazy. A plant was the main focal point of like a huge feud. It was just insane. And my worst was The Old Day. That was an awful segment. It was one of the only segments of the year with A New Day that I didn't enjoy. Sonny Boy was another bad one too, but The Old Day, that they take it for me. They were the worst. Calen, who's your best and the worst for these other characters?
My best, screw you. I am going to say the list. It does count as a character. But if that doesn't count, then I got to go with Francesca 2. I love that gimmick. Or character, rather. Now, as far as the worst, man, Old Day, it's really hard to beat that. I was going to say something along the lines of the jars with the testicles that the club had, but Old Day, way worse.
All right, Shaun?
Copy and paste Anthony Mango's answers.
And I like how they actually had to apologize for The Old Day after the fact, too.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Twice they did. Dace?
Best, Noelle Foley. I don't care if she talks. I just like looking at her. And worst, I don't care. Fandango's dance partner.
Yeah, Betty was pretty bad.
Yeah.
She was like, fat person dancing. Ha, 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 ha. Fucking awful. The best and the worst announcer. Our options are Dasha Fuentes, Eden Stiles, who's no longer in the company, Lillian Garcia, who's no longer in the company, Greg Hamilton, Jojo Offerman, Mike Rome, and Tony Chimmel. I'm pretty sure Tony Chimmel's going to get the best for Dace, right?
Dude, you already know my picks for best and worst. So you can save me for last.
Let's go with you first. Why not? Who's your best and your worst?
All right, best is Tony Chimmel, the rated R superstar. And then that horse-faced bitch, Lillian Garcia, is the worst. Why on earth did they bring her back for tribute to the troops? Damn you, Lillian Garcia. You ruined America.
Also, our condolences go out to Lillian's dad for passing away 2 days ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. But screw you for fucking up WWE. And again, sorry for your loss.
And also another one that was on the list was Andrea DeMarco. I forgot to read her name off before. My best and worst are Mike Rome, who was doing the Cruiserweight Classic. That was the best out of all of them, especially when he said Grand Metalik, because instead of Grand Metalik, it was always Grand Metalik. He just got real fucking energetic at the Metalik. My worst, though, is a tie between Andrea DeMarco and Dasha Fuentes. And I think if I had to pick between the two, it'd be Andrea DeMarco. She is just awful. Just awful. Beautiful girl. Great on the backstage interview stuff, but she is not an announcer. Not at all. Calen, who you got for announcers?
For announcers, I am in agreement. Tony Chimmel on the 900th episode of SmackDown. I like how they bring him just for Edge, so he could be the rated R superstar. It's pretty hard to beat that. As far as worst, I would say Lillian Garcia is probably the worst in the stable. Oh, wait, the double meaning there?
Fucking horse. You fucking horse face bitch.
Just say nay to bullying.
For my best, I've gone with Eden, and I miss her, and she was sexy, and I follow her on Instagram, and she has lovely titties too. And worst, I've gone with the guy who does the NXT stuff. I don't like his voice. He annoys me. I don't know his name.
Greg Hamilton?
Yeah. Don't like him.
Him every once in a while, but actually, I think it's been Andrea mostly lately. Broadcast correspondent, we have, I'm not reading them all off. You can check them out on the website, but my best is going to go to Renee Young for self-explanatory reasons. Renee Young is the top of the top when it comes to the broadcast team, as far as I'm concerned, all the pre-shows and all the different things that she does there. But the worst, god damn, David Otunga. How the hell has this guy still got a job? I don't understand it at all. And they've fired 4 different people out of this list so far this year, and they didn't fire David Otunga.
I had him under my commentator section. Would he be a correspondent or a commentator?
He's on both, because he was on the Raw pre-show.
Oh, okay, that's right.
There's his correspondent section.
Somebody's gonna be worse twice.
Yeah, there you go. Spoiler alert. Tim. Dace, who you got for the broadcast correspondents?
Best, Scott Stanford, because he was one of the original broskies. And the worst, David Otunga, because you just are there because you married to Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, pretty much. Calen?
For my best, Renee Young. For my worst, Lita. Just is not good on those pre-shows. Just not good.
And Shaun, who you got?
Does Todd Phillips count?
I don't remember him being a part of any of that. You know what? Actually, yeah, he is on the list. He's on the social media lounge stuff. So, yeah.
Good old Todd. Todd is my favorite. I like Todd Phillips. He's great.
You mean Tom?
Tom. Yeah, Todd. Tom.
Or
it's
Phil.
all the same.
Phil. Yeah.
You know.
Felipe?
I gotta admit, he's a good-looking dude. I'll have a bromance with him. Why not? All of a bromo. And worse, I've gone with Leah. She's an attractive piece, but as soon as she opens her mouth, she loses 10 points. She sounds like a fucking idiot. And especially when she goes on about the divas. It's just awful. Just come in my room. I'll put a gag ball on her and then happy days.
Remember, direct all hate mail to Shaun.
Send it to my Twitter at ShaunaC2K37 and I won't fucking read it.
There you go. There's a good rationalization behind that. And finally, for our on-air personalities, we have the best and the worst commentator of the year. It goes from all the ones on the main roster and all the foreign commentary teams. I had to actually write down all those names throughout the year. So we've got, Holger Bolshin, and Shun Yamaguchi and Marco Alfaro and Sean Deng. You know, I don't know how any of these are as far as like their quality because I don't listen to any of them, so I couldn't give them best or worst. I gave the best to Tom Phillips, actually. A lot of people like Corey Graves, a lot of people like JBL, Michael Cole, etc., but Tom Phillips, to me, I think, is going to be the future guy who takes over for Michael Cole. I don't think it's going to be Mauro Ranallo. I think he's going to be sticking on SmackDown because he's a little bit different, and sometimes he's a little bit annoying with the whole Mamma Mia and all that. My worst, though, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to go with this one, or at least they should in my mind. David Otunga. Fuck that guy. He's terrible. Dace.
Best goes to Funaki, number 1 announcer.
Great.
Worst goes to David Otunga, number 30th announcer out of 29.
Shaun.
Best Tom Phillips. Worst Byron Saxton. That's the main reason why I stopped watching Raw.
Was Byron?
I don't like his fucking voice. It annoys me. His voice and his face and his attitude. He's just got a face you want to punch. You know.
Calen,
For my
round us
best,
out.
I have Corey Graves as my best, and for my worst, David Otunga, because he's the only guy who can make Corey Graves tolerable in comparison.
And that's
I mean, not Corey Graves, Byron Saxton. I'm sorry.
I assumed that you were. That's even more sad. I assumed that you were saying Byron Saxton.
No, I was reading my list here. Yeah, Corey Graves best, David Otunga worst, and I would say Byron Saxton just one step above David Otunga.
Alrighty, guys, those are all the on-air personality ones. We got one more section as far as the WWE categories go, and then we've got the Smack Talk Awards coming up a little bit later on in some other capacity too. But the Wrestler Awards are coming up next. Make sure you click on that one, and we will see you there.